Arlo's Starlight Sleepover. Arlo stood by the front door, clutching the handle of his small blue suitcase. His tummy felt like it was full of jumpy grasshoppers. "What if I miss my bed?" he whispered. Mom knelt down and gave him a squeeze that smelled like home. "Grandma Alara's house has its own kind of magic, Arlo," she promised. "Just wait and see." When they arrived, Grandma Alara was waiting on the porch of her yellow cottage. She looked like a warm hug waiting to happen. Arlo waved goodbye to Mom, feeling a tiny bit brave but a whole lot nervous. The cottage looked different than his house, with its winding ivy and the wind chimes that sang a tinkling song in the breeze. "I have a very important job for a professional baker," Grandma Alara said, handing Arlo a big wooden spoon. Together, they stood at the kitchen counter, buried in clouds of white flour. Arlo forgot about his jumpy tummy as he pressed his thumbs into the soft dough to make little wells for the strawberry jam. The kitchen began to smell like toasted sugar and warm fruit. As they waited for the cookies to cool, Grandma Ilara poured 2 tall glasses of cold milk. Arlo took a big bite of a warm cookie. It was crunchy on the edges and soft in the middle, tasting exactly like a happy afternoon. "Follow me," Grandma Alara whispered, leading him to a corner of the living room where a tall, creaky bookshelf stood. She pulled out a book with a shimmering silver cover. "This is the Book of Whispered Wonders," she said. "It only likes to be read when the sun starts to go down." They curled up together in a giant velvet armchair that was big enough for 3 people. As Grandma Ilara read about dragons who collected tea sets and owls who played the banjo, Arlo felt the softness of the chair wrap around him like a heavy, warm blanket. He felt very safe and very small in the best way. But then, the sun dipped behind the trees, and the shadows in the hallway grew long. Arlo looked out the window at the darkening sky. The jumpy grasshoppers in his tummy came back. The trees at Grandma Alara's house looked different than the ones at home, and the silence of the country felt very big. Grandma Alara noticed his quietness. She took his hand and led him upstairs to the guest room. "This room has a secret," she said, clicking off the lamp. Suddenly, the ceiling came alive. Hundreds of tiny, glow-in-the-dark stars twinkled above them, turning the room into a private galaxy just for Arlo. Arlo climbed into the bed, which felt like sleeping on a cloud. Grandma Ilara tucked the quilt right up to his chin. She placed a small, soft stuffed owl next to him. "This is Hoot," she said. "He's an expert at guarding sleepovers." Arlo hugged Hoot and realized the room didn't feel scary. It felt like an adventure. The next morning, Arlo woke up to the sound of birds chirping and the smell of blueberry pancakes. He jumped out of bed and ran down the stairs. When Mom pulled into the driveway to pick him up, Arlo gave Grandma Alara a giant hug. "Can I stay for 2 nights next time?" he asked with a big, bright smile.